gonna add the a cold air intake for right now and a chip, the Roush.
Yep.
And see, it only adds like 24 horsepower and 18 pounds of torque. So we'll see how that does. And then I'm probably gonna supercharge it.
Oh wow.
So we'll see what happens.
A lot of power there.
Yeah.
How much does it have right now?
460.
Wow, 460.
Which is pretty good for a stock rig, you know?
Yeah.
And then next year's model will come out and it'll have like 600. It'll be shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't like about Ford is they always outdo themselves.
Right.
And they always change their lines so drastically that they outdate the car. It's
so
a great marketing. It's great marketing, right?
Yeah. So they buy people want to always buy the new ones.
Right.
To make a lot of money, but
Right.
the depreciation and this and that.
Like BMW, their lines, you can look at an 03 and it looks like a brand new car if somebody took care of it. You know what I mean? And you're like, man, that car still looks good. You look at an 03 Mustang and you're like, man, that thing looks like a piece of shit. You know?
It looks so old compared to the new ones.
Right.
Yeah. I do like the fact that they finally changed to independent suspension for
Yes.
5-axle.
Yes. My buddy has the Shelby GT500, and it's got the solid axle in the rear.
Oh, from 2013.
Yeah, and he's got the, what is it? What was I gonna say? Fuck, I can't remember. Oh, 640 horsepower.
Oh wow.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then a guy.
Oh wait, the stock?
What's that?
Stock. It
Yes.
was. Wow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a guy at work. He did the Super Snake. He sent it to Vegas,
I got you.
and he's got an older model.
Yep.
And he's got like damn near 1,000 horsepower. He can't drive it, but I mean he doesn't drive it to its potential. You know what I mean? But he could say he has it. That's pretty badass.
I gotcha.
And then he just bought the my buddy that bought the GT500. Have you seen the Shelby truck? We just passed one it was on the left hand side.
Not a Raptor, similar to a Raptor, but just
it's all Shelby'd out, and it can get. He's got to send it to Vegas. It's got 400 horsepower right now.
Wow.
He's gonna send it to Vegas for $14,000
Yep.
because they can't do it in California, and it'll push 700 horsepower.
Wow.
In
Is
a
it
truck.
Is it supposed to be higher than the
Yeah,
Raptor?
it's lifted.
Shelby?
I'll show you.
I mean, when I say higher, is it supposed to be a higher model than a Raptor?
No, it's more of like I would say like look at me kind of vehicle. It's not more of an off-road.
Yep.
The Raptor has more off-road capabilities.
The Shelby's probably two-wheel drive.
No, it's four-wheel
Oh,
drive
okay.
actually, but it's just not. I don't think it has the same kind of suspension setup.
I gotcha.
As the Raptor. The Raptor's totally made for hitting the dirt. The Shelby, I think, is made for looking cool down Sunset. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So here it is.
Oh wow. Yep. Flashy red.
Yeah. They're gonna make a mid-size Raptor. That I'll be interested in.
Oh wow, a mid-size. Is it
Yes,
gonna be
like the Ford Ranger,
but a Raptor?
but a
version?
Raptor version.
That's
Now-
gonna be cool.
Now
Yeah.
I'll be into that one.
Actually, yeah, because the F-150 is huge. It's
Right.
not for off-road too huge.
Yeah,
But if something's smaller, yeah.
with that suspension in there, oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah, man.
Sort of I like the Tacoma, the Ranger, the Colorado size.
I bought the ZR2, the Colorado
Oh.
ZR2. It was cool, but it was killing my back, and you sit really low to the floor,
Yeah.
so it almost felt like a little kid's car.
The diesel or the 6-cylinder?
I bought the 6-cylinder.
I gotcha.
It was pretty cool. It was a good-looking truck, but it wasn't for me.
So you only had it for like a year?
I had it for 7 months, and I got rid of it.
Wow.
I said, fuck this car. I mean, it was cool, but I think if Ford comes up with the Raptor mid-size, I'm definitely going to buy that one. I was going to buy the Jeep, what is it, the Commander?
Or the pickup truck one?
Yeah.
Gladiator.
Gladiator. They
Yeah.
want 70 grand for
Yeah.
that fucking thing.
It's
I'm
marked
like,
up so much.
I'm like, you guys got such
Yeah.
a fucking ego now, it's unreal. You're still only buying a Jeep.
Yeah.
I looked at a 2018 two-door Rubicon.
Yep.
They want $44,000 for it. It's like, come on, you guys. You know?
Yeah. The probably going to be 55.
Yeah. That was my Ford.
Oh. F-150?
Yeah, it was nice.
Super cab, right?
Yeah. It was comfortable, but I was just done with it.
In what sense?
Just wanted something different. I'm one of those people that like to change.
Get bored with something
Yep.
real quick.
And I've always been buying truck after truck. I had the Silverado, I had the Ford F-150. I've had several Ford F-150s. And I just said, you know, it's time for something different. I went and got the car.
Very nice.
They were doing 0% interest for the Mustang. How can you beat that?
Yeah.
I mean, you actually see the payoff come down every payment you make.
Exactly.
It's pretty bitchin'.
By exactly the amount that you pay.
Right.
What do you do for work?
I work for Department of Water and Power, City of Los Angeles.
Very nice. Okay. So over in Silmar,
Yep.
the big station over there.
Yep.
By the 14 nice.
Yep.
14 nice.
Yep.
Someone's right behind you.
Starting to slip a little bit, huh?
I'm gonna let him by because I'm still testing. I don't wanna push it too much. Gearbox is
How do you know the limit where it's not going to slide out?
we autocross a lot.
Okay.
We autocross a lot, so because of that, we know the limit of when there's going to lose traction. So if you autocross, basically you're like 9/10 to 10/10 the capabilities of the car. So you hit the limit pretty often, and because of that, you get a feel of what the edge of the car is. So, like for instance, I haven't hit nearly close to the limit because of the. I don't want to get into that. I mean, for public roads, you never know. You never know what there could be, like a bicyclist or
Right.
something like that. tires, they're made for autocross.
So they're designed to do what they're doing.
Exactly. They're very high grip, but you don't really want to use them for street on daily driving because they'll wear out too quick. So the manufacturers...
Did somebody just go off the road?
Hopefully not.
That's never a good sign.
When you see sand like that.
Yeah.
Unless it was smoke.
No, where'd that come from?
This throttle response on this is very
Active?
correct, yeah. Sensitive. Because I have the same car, the blue one that was there.
Okay.
It's an AP2, so the throttle's a little less sensitive than this. This is throttle by wire. And
Oh, you just pulled over.
yeah.
You still never know, though.
Correct. So, seems to be this car seems to be in good order.
It still gets up and goes, though, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn around shortly. But yeah, the alignment and everything seems to be. I'm surprised that it's very neutral. Before, the car seemed to rotate more, but after those tow arms, then we were able to get a little more camber.
So now you got a little bit better control?
Correct. Yeah, the back doesn't go out as much, which means that you can get more grip to the ground without having to modulate or keep the rear planted. Yeah.
So, you guys specifically do what at that shop?
We do performance setups for handling
Okay.
on cars. We also do regular maintenance like oil changes, this and that, but we're more geared towards catered towards the driver and what they want to accomplish with their setup. Like let's say they like doing the occasional track day, we'll make it more aggressive but not sacrificing comfort for the street.
I got you.
If it's a pure race car, then we'll just go all the way aggressive and it doesn't matter what they feel on
And
it.
you guys know all those numbers and everything,
Correct,
right?
yeah.
So autocross is where you go. Is autocross where you go in the parking lot and they set up the cones?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
But you can still go 70 miles per hour
Right.
on a lot of courses, so you get the limits of the car.
So have you ever heard of Corvette Racing Steve? He has a Corvette and he races autocross with his Corvette.
Really, I haven't heard of him.
Okay.
Is he here beside of LA?
Yeah, he's here. He lives right here in Sun Valley.
What is his, what type of, is it a C6, C7?
I don't know. It's an older one.
I got you, because I might recognize the car. But
Yeah, he's got it all stripped out. The dash is all taken out of it when he did it. And he would run his car pretty much stock,
Really?
other than suspension and sticks.
I got you. But I'm sure, when you say so, I'm sure he sets it up.
Yeah.
Because if he gutted out the car, meaning, like...
Oh yeah. Weight saving.
Correct. I'm sure he put suspension there to make it...
Right.
to make it compensate.
Yeah, he loves that shit. And he's a really good driver too. Like he was always getting first.
Oh, wow. Do you happen to know which events he was involved in?
I don't. But you have to walk the course, right?
Correct, yeah.
And then you learn the course by walking it.
Correct. You want to walk it at least twice so you know the flow of what's going on in the course, and you can dictate your lights.
Right.
Because the thing about autocross, which is nice, is it's not like a track where it's the same.
Right.
Autocross, it changes, so you actually have to
So you gotta have a good memory.
and you have to know how to read and base off whatever situation you're given.
Right.
Yeah, you're not
adjusting and mapping the road, right?
Yep.
You're trying to map a line, and the
Yes.
quickest way to get through that corner of that line and aim it into the next one, right?
Exactly.
So how's your guys' clientele?
It's growing. We just started this shop maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay.
So because of that, we're still growing. Our main thing is we have a liquids industry. We're in essential oils. We make cutting agents, e-liquids for the vaping industry.
Okay.
And basically, right while we get our performance shop going, and it's subsidizing that right now.
Right.
But it's growing, so it's been great.
How's that? How's the other industry? Pretty good.
It's going well. Yeah, that's growing well.
Lucrative.
Correct. Yes.
Essential oils have taken off like crazy.
Yeah.
You guys got to compete with doTERRA though, right? doTERRA? Is that an essential? Are you doing essential oils for like burning or just for vaping?
So, I don't know if you're familiar with the cannabis industry.
Yes.
Okay, so in cannabis they have terpenes, which
What is it?
Terpenes. Terpenes are basically what make a strain like when you have Blue Dream, Girl Scout cookies, or Pineapple Express.
Right.
They're all cannabis, but why one is called Blue Dream or Pineapple Express is because of terpenes in there. These different terpenes have scents associated with them.
Okay.
Those scents are due to terpenes, which is like essential oils, ingredients
I got you. Okay.
that we basically produce those scents
Okay.
and sell it to those that are in the cannabis industry.
So then they put that inside of their stuff
Correct.
to give their product flavor.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's exactly.
So did you do chemistry or because you got to know some chemistry, right?
My background is mechanical engineering.
Okay.
But I did know basic chemistry, and Harry, business partner, his background is also in engineering.
Okay.
So we generally know the chemistry behind it, but it's not that important in knowing compared to. It's sort of like, how should I explain this? Being a chef, you don't need to know
like the exact
like the what vitamins exactly are going into each of the individual food, but you need to know how they interact with each other, like a pharmacist.
Okay.
So we know the interactions. We took classes for it, but as far as the chemistry and the bonds, just a very basic knowledge. But
That's
it's
pretty
enough
cool.
such that we could grade exactly what we have to grade.
That's pretty bitchin'. It's always neat to learn about other people and how they, you know?
Yes.
So you went to college for mechanical engineering?
That's correct. Yep.
Damn. Did you get your bachelor's or?
Yeah, bachelor's. Had to go to, actually, yeah, you mentioned my dad. My dad lived in Georgia. I went to Georgia Tech, so I lived there for 5 years as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you autocross,
Yeah.
there's different classifications, right?
Correct. Yeah. Depending on how set up your car is and what your car is, they will classify you in these different classes.
you're not getting a lot of quality with a Mustang, but the motor's got a lot of power, you know?
I think for the price, the GT is one of the best value cars out there.
That you can buy for the power.
Yeah.
I mean, the cool thing about a Mustang is you can personalize it to however you want. There's so many different modifications. It's kind of like our Jeeps.
Yep, yeah. It's like Lego. You can just get stuff on eBay and put it together.
Right. So how often do you run your car?
On the autocross,
Yeah.
I would say probably once a month on average.
Okay.
We're trying to get this particular car set up for the track though, rather than the autocross. And then we have the other two other cars just for autocross.
And that the owner of this car, he's just an employee?
Sorry?
Is he related to you guys, or is he just an employee, the other guy that's working there at the shop?
Harry is my business partner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he and I basically run it, and then
Okay.
and then my dad just helped me out.
That's cool.
Yeah. This is actually my business partner's car.
Right.
Yeah. So
The guy that was working on my car.
correct right
Yep.
now. Yeah.
So are you happy with how it feels?
I'm happy, yeah, for now. Basically, I can't really, as far as what I did, it wasn't to the limit enough to really see what actually changed. Like, because you can only see what changes at the limit. Because of the fact that I was maybe going 7 or 8 tenths instead of almost 10 tenths. It feels the same, but at the limit, that's when you're able to tell the difference. But what I did say about the camper, it feels as if I would have hit the limit before going at that rate, meaning the rear would have given out.
It's
but
still a little loose back there.
Right, it didn't go out at all right now. I mean, the car was.
No, but it felt, there was a couple spots where it felt like it wanted to go.
Not the rear,
No?
just over the front. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to. When I try test out the rear, I don't do it on entry. I do it on the exit. So I try to have the RPMs high and then try to gas out of the corner to see how easy it is for the rear to go out.
Okay.
Because when the issue on a public road is when you go fast into the corner and you don't know when the rear's going to go out, that sets you up for a lot of different variables.
Right.
So that's not the safest way to go about it.
Yeah, you don't want that failure.
Yeah. So I try to do it. I try to slow down and then get on the gas as much as possible
To see if it'll.
correct. Yeah, because that's more control. And it didn't. I tried doing that by slowing down and then gassing like the apex of the hairpin. It still kept the grip.
You enjoy the heck out of this stuff, huh?
Yeah, I feel like it is fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
You worked hard for it, right? So you might as well enjoy it. How old are you?
29.
Oh, bitch.
So you do a lot of off-roading, and you said you had the Jeep and the YZF.
Yeah, I had the YZF. I got rid of it because I just don't have the time anymore.
I gotcha.
So as you get older, you run out of time to do shit.
Right.
And energy.
Exactly.
Takes both. You kind of get to build your own schedule, right?
Yeah.
So you're fortunate that I'm
That
on a
works, yeah.
9-hour a day, job.
But the only issue with, the issue with being self-employed is you're always working. It just when you're, the only difference is when you're actively working or passively working. So on the weekends, the issue comes up.
You got to be there.
Sometimes I would have to be actively working. Yeah.
Oh no, it's full yeah, you can't ever take a rest. Fully take a rest.
Or if like the vacations, we would have to prepare, and we have 2 people working for us right now, so
you got to make sure that they're taken care of.
everyone's correct. Yeah.
Here's that Shelby truck. Here's one like it.
Oh yeah, with the stripes.
Yep.
Oh yeah. You say you wanted to. So we have waters and refreshments.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know if you like sparkling water. We have regular water.
No, this works.
Water. You say by now I would hope your car is all sorted.
He said it's done now.
Oh, perfect.
Thanks, man. That's the best I've ever been in a car.
Oh, really? You haven't been. You should come out and just whenever there's an autocross, you can search it online.
Okay.
If you just show up, I would be, or all of the other drivers would be happy to take out passengers there. So you can just like
check it
sit
out
in the car and just enjoy, sit back and relax.
Yeah, there's a safety factor in there too.
Well,
you don't spin out over a cliff.
Correct. Yes. That's why you can go. I'm comfortable going 10/10 in the parking lot as opposed to.
Yeah.
The thing
200-foot drop.
Correct. The thing that scares me the most about here is if, let's say, there's a car that stopped a bicyclist.
Well, I'm always afraid of a motorcycle coming around and being in your lane. You know?
Yeah.
Even a car.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I go up. I was on a motorcycle. I got hit recently over here.
Did you really?
So that was like less than a month ago. So
wow.
I'm down, but I used to go up.
So you live to tell about it?
I actually have it on video too.
Really? Whose fault?
He cut me off. It was a Tesla.
Oh shit.
So basically, I used to go up in Angeles Crest when the bike was still up. Yeah, there's so many. That's one of the worst fears. You're riding, and then the car. There's been so many times where they go over the double yellow, and I mean head-on collision. It happens every weekend.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
So you gonna stay off the bike now, or are you gonna get back on it?
I plan on getting back on. Yeah.
My son's half brother passed away on a motorcycle in Las Vegas. You just never hear anything good come out of a motorcycle accident. It's a good thing you're all right.
Yeah. My worst fear is getting when you get hit and you fall. Usually it's just minor injuries, assuming you're wearing gear. The worst thing is getting run over after you go down.
Right.
So that's. I mean, if you get run over, it's game over.
Right. Yeah, but we were working in a car. There was somebody illegally parked. It was like picking up people, like handicapped people.
Yeah.
So they had their flashers on, and then there was a car up in front parked. And what that car do? It decided to do a U-turn
right in
the curb.
front of a
Dude on the motorcycle shot off.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally just rolled his foot sideways. It's disgusting.
But he survived them.
Yeah, he had Vans on. Oh man, I would never ride with Vans or tennis shoes or none of that shit. Like suit up.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, sometimes I'm guilty of being lazy. When I went down, I had Converse on, but I had my jacket.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. It's actually right. We just passed where it happened too.
Really?
Yeah. It was going the other direction though.
So, insurance take care of the bike?
Right now it's in. Yeah. They already cashed me out the other guy's insurance. So.
Okay. Fault then, right?
Yeah. The police reporter. I showed the cop this immediately when he arrived to get the police report. So I showed him the video right on the spot. On the police report, he already said that the other guy, the cause was the other guy doing it unsafe. The guy doing it unsafely change.
Wow.
So.
So where did you get hurt?
I have a little bit I was wearing a jacket, but the jacket rode up, so I have a little bit of road rash on the right side over here. And my heel got loose. That's pretty much it.
Lucky you.
Yeah. At the time, it looks like I have a lot of time to respond. But
No, you don't.
At the time, it just happened right in front of me.
Wow. That sucks.
It's really strange. The brakes on this, they lock up at very low speed, but on the high speed,
They weren't
no
locking.
issues at all. Yeah.
Huh.
Did you take a day off today for the car?
Yeah. I was a little nervous about lowering it.
About which one?
About lowering it.
Ah,
But it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. How long have you had it? A couple months?
A month maybe. Just over a month.
So if your commute's only like 10 miles and you have 1,400 miles, that means you've been driving.
Well, where did I go?
Driving a lot.
I went up by Little Rock to play some golf.
Okay.
So I've been driving it a little bit, but not too often to work because I don't want nothing to happen to it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You take the Jeep to work.
Yeah. We drove it out to Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
Went out and had dinner in Ventura.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try to preserve it because Mustangs, like I said, they start to rattle after so many miles. They're not high quality.
Sounds start to happen.
Yeah. I'm tired though. I've been sitting here all day. I'm ready for it to be over.
That's why Harry was like, he said, for me to take you for a ride, just to at least give you some entertainment.
Something else
right?
to do. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah, of
it.
course. Sorry about the we were having I don't know if they told you, so with your rear, one of your sides on the rear, there, for some reason, the camera was fixed to a very high amount from the factory or something, to where we couldn't reduce it compared to the other side. So there was a big delta. We were trying to fix that issue for the longest time. So what we ended up doing was making the other side
Try to match
a
that
little
one.
correct. Yeah. So delta, the target was 2 degrees. I think we made it 2.2 on both sides, rather than reducing the one side from 2.2 to 2.
Gotcha.
We increased one side from 1.8 to 2.2 to match the other side because of the.
So how was it with factory? Was it off? Was one side off more than the other as well?
Yeah, once
Wow.
from the factory, one side was
So that one side was just
correct.
off.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, we were having.
Okay.
That was the main reason for the delay.
So see Ford's quality, huh? On display right
Yeah. Yeah, it would have. So usually with performance cars, they usually have an eccentric bolt, so that when you turn the bolt, it shifts it left and right. The issue with the Mustang was it was not eccentric. You have to loosen it and then move it, and while you have the tension there, you tighten it. So it was a two-person.
That's kind of shit.
But you got it done.
Yep.
There she is.
Thank you, sir.
Oh yes.
It was a pleasure.
Let's go over there and then say, because we have the waters and stuff too, which you want. A little later than you anticipated.
It's a long day.
Which did you want, regular water or sparkling water?
Regular's fine.
I just went here to grab the water.
How do you like it?
Oh, it's fun, man.
Yeah.
I've never been in a car like that.
So he's our racer.
Yeah, he's jamming.
That's what 30 grand.
Yeah. 30 grand, you just want to take it.
The suspension, the shocks, those were about 5 grand. Added rear uploader kit, which is 3 grand. Steering clearance, which is 2 grand. Gear temp. You know, most of the cars in here are personal cars. We go racing afterwards. So we actually, all of this shit is basically all the cars are out. So we go to autocross in the back. Break a lot of stuff. I just broke the lid, so we have to replace it. We need to fix the base. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Have a good one. You had a lot of fun? Everything I did. It's fine. It's just oh yeah, good. Because I fixed it. Good. But everything else was fine. How did it handle? Like, did you enjoy driving? Did you enjoy driving? Do you think this is better? So, did you feel less, more bumps here? How was the rear end? Did it? Very nice. So you never slipped. Good. Was he on your ass? Did you at least pat? Did you at least? Very nice. This is what we look for.
So did you test drive the Mustang and see that it went straight?
Your dad did. Okay. And then what's his name did?
Everything good?
Yeah.
How did you say it was good? How did you